1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York, Super Tuesday with the Rolling Stones. That's Monkey Man from Let It Bleed and Miss You. Did you see in the paper today, the Rolling Stones, they made $57 million last year.
Really?
Not too shabby, right?
Not bad.
And they were in 9th place overall. The list of the highest paid entertainers made the paper. Jerry Seinfeld tops the list. $225 million he made last year alone.
Not bad.
$225 million.
Wow.
Man almighty.
Well, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I for one, just want to apologize for Friday's show. I don't know what was going on. I think I was under some kind of mental breakdown for being involved in such a thing. Yeah. And my family degraded with that show.
I got to apologize, too. I was on crank.
Were you doing crank?
Yeah, I should admit that in public now that I did crank before Friday's show and completely lost my mind. And so today we're going to talk about politics and religion to balance out our topics, I think. Yes.
All day.
Yes, I think we could do that.
That's all day. First, I realized after...
but the problem is there's more sex going on in politics and religion than when you really talk about sex. So, I don't know. But we're ready to rock.
Well, I realized after my therapy this weekend, which consisted of TV show marathons. Yeah. For some reason, that's the big thing to do on Labor Day weekend.
Well, I enjoyed the Planet of the Apes marathon.
Absolutely. I watched every episode, I think, 30 times over the weekend.
The only one I didn't catch this weekend was Conquest of the Planet of the Apes.
They suck after the second one. There's Planet of the Apes, and then beneath the Planet of the Apes was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
Battle of the Planet of the Apes was cool with Caesar.
I don't know. It started getting silly. All right. Oh, the guy in the monkey mask. Ooh, wow.
It was just cool.
And the monkey masks got worse as the films went on.
Well, we learned because the budget for the movies got worse and worse because they didn't have any money to spend.
Yeah.
So all the extras had, just regular Halloween masks for their monkey costumes.
I mean, but they could have saved the money. They didn't have Charlton Heston in the other movies, so take his paycheck. What, you're paying Roddy McDowell the huge bucks to get in the monkey mask? And Ricardo Montalban?
He was cool.
Yeah, he was in it.
He likes to overact too, huh?
Yeah. Damn you! That's my favorite, though, Chuck Heston.
Yeah.
Chuck, my buddy Chuck Heston. Yeah, he was great in those movies.
Yes.
I liked it. But then I caught the Twilight Zone marathon on the Sci-Fi Channel.
How was that?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
I saw them all 8 billion times.
I haven't seen the Twilight Zone in many years. I got to start watching that again. I spent my weekend in front of the TV. There was just so many good sporting events on.
That too.
How exciting was it yesterday when Mark McGwire finally jacked out number 61?
Yeah, it was cool.
I got tingles.
He's like the regular guy. Everyone wants him to do this. Yeah. Picks up his kid when he hits home plate, points to his dad in the stands. I mean, it's just the perfect American story.
Then he pointed to Roger Maris up in the heavens.
Yeah.
Gave him a kiss. It was cool.
Yeah.
It really was. No egos there with Mark McGwire. He's pretty genuine, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just getting more and more interesting. I mean, everyone is covering the 60-second homer.
I know.
Everyone. I mean, it'll be all over the tube tonight if he hits it. So
they're cutting into everything.
Yeah.
No matter what you're watching, when he's up at bat, that's it.
They're going to switch over to the game. That's cool. Really, really cool.
History.
Did you hear about the home run ball, though?
What?
Whoever catches the 60-second home run, okay, and if they decide to be a nice guy and give it back to Mark, they're going to have to pay taxes to the government.
Gift tax
for being a nice guy.
Like 30%.
If the government, if they decide that this ball is worth over $650,000, and you're the one who caught it, and you give it back to Mark, you're going to have to pay 33% of that. So you're going to have to come up with like $200,000 for being a nice guy and giving the home run ball back to Mark McGwire. That's what the IRS has decided to do.
They can't just leave it alone.
They got to get their hands into everything, don't they?
Paws in there and just pull out whatever money they can.
So, I mean, if you catch the ball, you have no choice at this moment in time. You got to get as much money as possible for it because the government is looking for you. Yeah. The IRS should just be in the stands. They should catch the ball. Right? Yeah. Amazing. Did you see the guy who caught the 61 over the weekend?
Yes, I did.
They hurried him out like he was some kind of rock star.
I know, celebrity.
It was pretty cool.
Well, people beat you up for that thing, too.
Yeah, that's what they were saying about the guy who caught Roger Maris's ball.
Yeah, they have his story in the Post today, I believe. Yeah. And he was saying that it was like $5,000 that somebody was willing to pay for this ball. And when he caught it, other people in the stands started pounding him, punching him and kicking him, and he just held on for dear life.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really ugly, I think.
It's just an exciting time for baseball. David Wells got jacked last night himself.
Yeah.
You see what happened in the Yankee game?
Yeah, what's that? The fan sticking their hands in
the Boston fan, he stuck his hand out. It would have been like a double, and they ruled it a home run, and the Yanks lose. And David Wells loses a very rare game. Doesn't lose many, as we all know. But all right, let's move on here. If you got something for the show, 212-757-1027. Fax line is all set and ready to go. 212-957-WNEW.
Oh, we had a lot of fun with the instant feedback on Friday. Keep that coming. WNEW.com.
Very good. And coming back with 2 from Pearl Jam next. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. 2 for Tuesday with elderly woman behind the counter in a small town. Pearl Jam, Better Man before that. Those guys playing tonight at the Continental Airlines Arena. Got to congratulate all the winners we had last week on our show for the Pearl Jam tickets.
Yeah.
And, of course, playing the Garden later on this week for a couple shows.
Yeah.
What would that be? Thursday and Friday, I believe. I'm all screwed up because I really feel like it's Monday.
Well, that happens when you have a Monday off, Opie.
Yeah.
You start really feeling like it's Monday.
I tuned in to NEW on the way in today. I'm like, why are they doing 2 for Tuesday on Monday?
2 for Monday.
Oh, yeah, no, it's Tuesday. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's back to the work mode. Your vacations are over.
Did anyone else notice
Summer's over.
Anyone else notice there's more traffic?
A little more traffic now, right?
Less space for everybody. We're getting a little crowded in again.
Yeah.
It was kind of nice the last couple months.
A little cooler. You're not seeing the provocative clothing.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
Anymore. It just knows. The weather just knows that when Labor Day comes, the next day, it's done.
On cue.
It knows exactly when to do away with the really hot temperatures.
But I'm all right with that because now I could really enjoy football.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard when it's 90 degrees. Now it's time to get into football.
Giants looked really good Sunday.
Yes.
A lot of people said, no, they didn't. Their defense wasn't that good. Come on. They looked all right for the season opener.
Sure.
I'm kind of bummed at the Jets.
Yeah, a little...
How do you lose that game?
A little lax at the end of that game.
How do you lose on that play in overtime?
Oops.
Could you imagine Bill Parcells after that game?
He's pissed off when they win.
Yeah.
at certain times.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the press conference. Mr. Coach Parcells, what'd you think of your team losing the game like they did? What do you think I thought? Shut up. Have him removed. He's just the angriest man on the face of the earth.
It was such an exciting game, and then to lose it in overtime like that, it crushed me. Crushed me.
A little rough. It's okay. Beginning of the season. Don't worry.
Yeah, but we got the Giants playing the Raiders Sunday, and you can listen to all the festivities right here on NEW. Pre-game is at 2:30, and kickoff is at 4:15 on the Rock of New York, 1027 WNEW. The phones are a little slow. The fax machine's a little slow.
Sluggish. It feels like a Monday.
Instant feedback is a little slow. You guys are a little lazy today. You know, it's the People's Radio Show. We really need your support here and need your contributions on a daily basis. So if you can muster up a little thought or two, that would be nice for us.
Although we did get one instant message from the person that put together the Monica Splooge game.
Yes.
You know, that little website game? The guy that runs it said thank you for mentioning it on the show, and he wants to put something together with us.
Oh, he's got to do that.
Like an Opie and Anthony dodgeball. We could think up something.
Well, I know there's a lot of people that would like to throw stuff at us, so we can make that happen on this website.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll get in touch with them. Maybe we could throw something together.
That's a great idea, actually. If you don't know what the Monica Splooge game is, just email us here at the NEW studios through the NEW website, and we'll give you the address. It's a pretty funny game to play, actually.
Yeah.
All right, and on the way, we got 2 from Jimi Hendrix. Stay there. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York, 2 for Tuesday. Right on, Jimi Hendrix, Red House, and crosstown traffic. So,
wow.
Anthony, what do you got? Good news for us?
The Bulls are back.
Yeah, baby.
Down Wall Street. Oh, my God. Cracked the 8,000 mark. Again, up 390 for the day so far.
When does it close? In 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, hold steady.
Not bad. You know why we could have made in the maybe in the tens of dollars each.
I think
today.
We might have made about $17 today, which isn't too shabby.
Could be.
You know why the stock market did well today? Because Alan Greenspan opened his mouth again,
and he said good things.
He doesn't ever say good things. I was listening to the news on the way in, and the guy hinted at good things. He doesn't actually say good things. He hints at stuff.
Now, I just want to know, today, so far, the market's up, doing great, kicking ass. Did anything change in Russia over the weekend?
No.
Isn't it the same Russia?
Yes.
The ruble, is it me or is it still worth nothing?
Nothing.
But today, that's okay.
It's all just...
The market will go up.
It's all speculation. Alan Greenspan decides that hello, I just drew a blank.
Interest rates?
Thank you. Interest rates are going to drop.
Yeah.
So the market, went up.
It just amazes me because something that, oh my God, the ruble's sliding. Russia in crisis. Oh my God, the market's crashing. And today, okay, we're up 390.
390.
Good.
That's a good day for the boys down there.
Thank God Russia's doing well now, I guess, over the weekend.
Yeah.
Something must have happened over there.
Well, I was doing my research on the market this weekend, and I always thought it would be a really good idea to have like a website with a ticker. Where you could get your quotes and stuff.
Well, they have those, sure.
And also have like naked women on the same website. I seriously thought this would be a good idea.
Really?
So I did some research, and there's actually a website out there that does that. But the problem is I think it's a pay site, and I hate giving anyone
no, we don't do that.
Publicity for a pay site. So I want you to check out this website address right here. And if it's a free site, then we'll give it out to people.
Okay, I'll try that.
I'm serious, but I think that's a really good idea, as long as it's free. I hate paying for anything on the internet.
Oh, everything that involves any form of nudity on the web is paid.
True.
You have to really be good to know where to go.
Yeah.
To get the free smut.
Right.
But since it's tied in with the market, maybe, who knows?
All right, well, give it a shot.
I'll look.
And if it's not a pay site, then we'll give it out to people so they can check it out, too. But seems like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
212-757-1027 if you got something for the program today. It is Super Tuesday on the way. We got Van Halen by request and The Doors next. Stay there. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York, Super Tuesday with Van Halen. It's Opie and Anthony. Don't forget tonight, more tickets to see Creed and Fuel at Roseland on September 15th with Matt Devoti. That'll happen after 7 o'clock tonight.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess your brother was busy this weekend, huh?
Yeah, he was inspired by the call we got from that doctor that administers colon exams.
The pipe.
Which we like to call, yes, the pipe.
Me and Anthony are very obsessed with the pipe. We're both in our 30s, so we have some time. But
yeah, now I'm hearing you should get the pipe in your 50s.
Yeah, that's what we're starting to hear, because for a while there we thought when you turn 35, you have to get the pipe. Then we heard 40, and now we're hearing 50.
Yeah.
And we are not looking forward to this day, because a lot of the NEW listeners have been calling and faxing and writing and telling us what the pipe is all about, and it just doesn't sound fun whatsoever.
So we read in USA Today that there's a new pipe, a pencil-thin pipe, Opie, that people don't find as uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I would guess it's probably very uncomfortable anyway.
Yes. Well, the old days, it used to be, like a metal pipe that was pretty damn thick. Yeah. And then we read about the fiber optic pipe in the USA Today about 10 days ago. And then this doctor, I got the call queued up here, this doctor called and said...
Just when everyone's feeling good, thinking that now they have this fiber optic pipe and we don't have to be in utter pain if you ever have to get the pipe, this doctor calls and sells us different.
Yeah, check this out.
I'm a colorectal surgeon by training, and I do that test every day.
You do, huh?
The silver bullet.
The silver bullet?
The silver bullet.
But I thought now they got the thinner one.
That's bull. We do have the thinner one. That's for certain patients, certain circumstances. But we do still do it's called rigid sigmoidoscopy.
Get out of town.
You're still shoving the pipe up there?
Yeah, I got even bigger pipes too. We shove up.
What's the biggest diameter pipe you got?
42 millimeters, which is 4.5 centimeters.
Oh,
almost.
Oh my God.
Usually, I have to do a sphincterotomy and cut the muscle to put it in.
Ah!
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Dude, I you not. I'm
Opie
sorry,
had one of those in prison.
No.
What an idiot. So do you see guys cry every day when you do this?
Some guys do. Most people take it pretty well.
Take it pretty well.
Pretty well. It's
what, the
like,
people from the village?
Yeah, it's not like you got to survive freaking prison to get some cigarettes. Take it pretty well.
They take it pretty well.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
Why, you've had it?
No, but...
Yeah, it's not that bad sticking it in. It's probably bad having it put in.
Well, it can be uncomfortable, I guess.
Wow.
As it slowly goes in.
So you anesthetize these poor guys?
Well, the ones we usually use are about the size of your thumb.
Yeah.
And they're disposable.
Oh, that's nothing. Oh, that's fine then. A thumb, yeah.
But it still is a rigid instrument, and it is...
right.
It can be uncomfortable.
All right, when should me and Anthony get the pipe?
Well, you should see your doctor by age 50, and he'll determine the same symptomatology you're having that will require that test.
Now, what's this flexible fiber scope, though?
That's the same kind of instrument. It's a flexible fiber optic instrument.
And why don't you use that instead of the big pipe?
Well,
because you're a sadistic bastard, that's why.
I like the pipe.
I like the pipe. No, listen, the big pipe is actually better for certain looking.
He uses the strap-on pipe so he can have his hands free.
Hey, what are your hands doing on my shoulders?
I hope you're buying your patients dinner after this.
Okay, guys.
All right,
man.
Thank you, I guess.
All right.
The camera up the butt.
Talk to you later.
Bye. So we continue to try to learn about the pipe because we know it's coming, right?
Yeah.
And then your brother this weekend decided to make a little pipe song.
Little ditty, just in case, you're getting in your 50s and you have to go get the pipe. We figured he'd write a little song for you.
It's kind of like a public service announcement for the pipe.
Yeah, it might make you happy on the way.
All right, let's check it out. 102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York, Super Tuesday with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Breaking the Girl from Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and Soul to Squeeze from the Coneheads movie soundtrack. That movie was on this weekend on HBO or one of the movie channels.
Thank you, no.
Could they just simply stop showing that movie on TV?
I don't think so.
I think that is the worst movie ever made, the Coneheads movie. The only funny part is Chris Farley. Chris Farley's in it for maybe 2-3 minutes, and he was hysterical. The movie should not be on TV.
You could be right. Well, that's odd, because usually SNL skits made into full-length movies are really funny all the time. Have you seen the Pat movie?
Is there any copies of the Pat movie left?
You go into your video store and you go on the shelves. Did you ever cringe and get embarrassed just looking at the video boxes sometimes? I do. And Pat was one of them.
Yeah.
I walk past and just go, I wanted to read the back just to see how bad it is and like how could they possibly describe the story of Pat and make it sound like anyone would even want to see it? I was afraid to take it off the shelf for fear someone might see me looking at it. I'd rather look at a porno and have people see me looking at the back of a porno movie box than Pat.
I just want to turn over the box to see who was the schmuck that gave it a good review. Because every movie gets a good review.
Yeah, but
it finds someone somewhere that they'll pay off to give a movie a good review.
Yeah. The Memphis Free Times.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not bad.
It's not Siskel and Ebert giving it a good review, but... I don't know. Just burn the original copy of the Coneheads movie and make believe it never happened.
Yeah.
They don't show Ishtar on TV all the time.
Never.
There's a reason for that. And do the same with the Coneheads movie, please. Think of a worse movie than the Coneheads.
Than the Coneheads movie.
Off the top of your head. All right. Pat, okay. Besides Pat.
Worse than the Coneheads. Wow. A worse movie than the Coneheads movie.
Besides Pat, because Pat is worse.
I think that went right to video, too.
Yeah.
Pat.
Yeah.
I don't think it even went to the movie theater.
No.
I cannot right now think of a worse movie.
Thank you. Coneheads, worst movie of all time.
Ever.
Are we in agreement today?
I don't know.
Name one.
I'm trying to think,
Thank
but I'm
you.
put on the spot right here.
Thank you.
I know I could come up with a worse one, but that's pretty bad.
Oh, this just in. This is pretty cool. The White House and Congress know a politically unwise move when they see it, and there is agreement in both places that baseball fans should not be socked with a big gift tax if they catch a record-breaking home run ball and give it back to the batter. Very good.
Oh, there you go.
So that's what the Congress is doing today, worrying about that. If you weren't listening earlier, the IRS has gotten involved, or trying to get involved, and they want to charge the person who catches the home run ball that Mark McGwire is going to probably hit tonight, that they're going to have to pay upwards of $200,000 if they decide to be a good guy and give it back to McGwire.
Oh, so they decided that would be kind of silly.
Yes.
Good.
And they might even enact a law to make sure that the fan doesn't get stuck with a big,
that would suck. They get a big bill in the mail, $200,000 for the ball.
For being a good guy and giving it back to Mark McGwire. So I can't wait to watch that game tonight.
Yeah.
I got chills down my spine yesterday when he jacked that one out.
It's pretty neat. You're watching a little bit of history.
And I'll be honest, I'm one of those bitter baseball fans. I've had a tough time coming back into baseball since 1994. I'm having a real tough time. The Yankees having a great season. I'm into it, don't get me wrong. But last night when I saw Mark McGwire jack it out, I was like, oh, this is what it's all about. It was just a really cool, magical moment.
Now, you're a big basketball fan, Opie.
Huge, and I'm very bitter that there's that lockout going on right now. Very bitter.
If this lasts for a while, what's it going to take in basketball to maybe get Opie back in its good graces?
I'm more of a basketball fan than a baseball fan.
I know.
But, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Are there any big records that are to be broken in basketball, Opie? I am such a, you know something? I love baseball. I love football. I love hockey. I hate basketball.
Anthony doesn't understand basketball. Why don't you understand basketball?
I don't like the idea of a game that scores upwards in the hundreds of points.
Yeah.
It takes something away from the scoring. In football, when there's a touchdown, it's like, whoa, your team made it, they're in. Wow, this is great. Oh, home run in baseball. Whoa, look at that. Oh, my team is scoring.
Yeah.
Basketball. Oh, score. 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 Oh, what is it now? It's 86 to 102. Score. It takes away from the scoring, which is the most exciting part of any sport, is when your team scores. They score every 2 seconds.
Didn't you see Jordan in the finals?
Sure, there's some flash, and there's great play at the end of just what you said. It's like the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a little exciting at the end when they're both tied 100 billion to 100 billion, and the one guy throws in the last basket.
What do you suggest? Basketball games should be like 2 minutes long and the score should be tied? Just start at 100 or something?
Yes.
And finish out the last 2 minutes?
Exactly.
That could be pretty fun, actually.
And that game is over.
Yeah.
That would be good.
All right.
No, I can't get into it. I don't know. If you do, fine, have fun with it, but I'd stick to baseball and football right now.
And you're into football big time.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Giants Sunday?
I thought they looked good. I really do.
Okay. A lot of people saying their defense needs a little work, Anthony. Do you have
It's very early
on that?
No, it's very early in the season. I'm not going to make any crucial diagnoses here on this show.
Should Jet fans jump out windows today, Anthony?
Jet fans have reason to be a little disappointed in their team. They blew it.
I was bummed.
There's one thing you're supposed to not do in an overtime position like that, and that is let the opposing team run the length of the field for a touchdown.
They were just tired.
They
fought a great battle, and they just ran out of steam at the end. And Bill Parcells,
the wrath
not
of
a happy man
Parcells.
today.
Well, let him accept the wrath of Bill Parcells, the tuna.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Very good. I think people are on hold with the worst movie of all time.
I think that's probably what they're calling about.
We could jump on that a little bit.
You threw the Coneheads movie out there.
Come on, give me a break. 2 for Tuesday on the way. I think we could fit in some U2 and Queen next. Stay there. 102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York on 2 for Tuesday from News of the World. Queen, get down, make love.
You know, I like Queen. I really do. When Freddie Mercury died, it was very tragic. Saw all the shows. And it was just one image I couldn't get out of my head, and I'm sorry to say.
What was that, Anthony?
Who was on the receiving end of those teeth? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you just started thinking that after you realized, what he was into.
Okay, great.
Burst of honesty and reality there, and I'm sorry if it upset you.
All right, great. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. That was really good. All the Queen fans now hate us, too. That's great.
I'm not saying anything bad about Queen. Great band.
We got to, stop speaking our minds, and then maybe we'll have more listeners.
Yeah. Stop speaking your mind, Opie.
I'm
serious.
I
will do the same.
Because, we throw these opinions out there, and, I'm sure you ticked off the Queen fans, and now they won't be listening to us anymore.
I don't know why that would tick off Queen fans, because I think Queen's a great band.
Yeah, they are a great band.
Sounds great, even today.
So what do you got on the instant feedback? People are starting to come alive. It took them a couple hours, but they're starting to come alive here.
Well, you kind of said something with the movie thing, which we got to get into. But first, a woman thinks we have a butt fetish.
A butt fetish? Why would we have a butt fetish?
It says you have a real butt fetish. Do you realize that? Butt plug, which is a bit we do.
Yeah.
Fat woman butt, eating cake off fat woman's butt, and talking about the pipe. It never ends. Talk about being anal.
She might be onto something, actually. Well, I don't know. I think straight guys in general have a problem with the butt. we're very paranoid of our butts.
Yeah.
We don't want anything going near the butt.
Right. I agree. I hope that answered your question.
All right. And what's going on with the worst movie of all time?
Well, you said that the Coneheads movie had to be the worst movie ever.
Yeah, because it was on TV this weekend, and I honestly tried to watch for 10 or 15 minutes. You know when you see a cool movie, or not a cool movie in this case, but a movie on TV?
Yeah.
And you want to watch it for a few minutes?
Uh-huh.
Can't do it. I try so hard. I kept going back to it. I'm like, this is just not funny.
I'll tell you why it can't be the lamest movie of all time. Because it has one redeeming value, Chris Farley.
Yes.
He had a couple of laughs. There are movies that are devoid of laughs.
Yes.
Comedies I'm talking about.
Actually, I thought it was a Chris Farley movie because I checked in on his only scene in the movie. I was like, this is great. And then I realized, oh, no, that's the Coneheads mess. Don't they in Hollywood, after they complete a movie, sit down and view their movie and decide if it's good or not?
Do they all sit there and just lie to each other? Hey, that's great.
Right.
Yeah, no, really, it's good.
Yeah.
It'll play better in a full-size theater, I think, instead of the one we're sitting and watching it now. That it takes away from it.
Or do they honestly care and they just throw it out there knowing all the SNL fans are going to watch it and they're going to make their money back?
Yeah, because the SNL movie skits made into movies are by far the worst, I think.
Worst, yes, without a doubt. So,
Teen Wolf 2?
Worst movie
Remember
of all time? Wow.
Yeah, that was Michael J. Fox wasn't in it.
Okay.
Ghost Dad, or Leonard Part 6,
yeah.
with the cars. I'm making bad movies so I can pay the rent for me and Camille. The Stupids with Tom Arnold.
Oh, that was
Come on.
Oh, no.
And Mary says any Pauly Shore movie, which is true. Encino Man, Biodome. The one where he's in the army, who knows? Just awful movies.
Very good. Hi, NEW.
Stewart
saves his family.
Yeah.
That was awful. That gotta be worse than Coneheads.
That's gotta be up there.
I can't really.
You gotta come on.
I can't argue that. You're right.
Al Franken. I'm a Skins fan.
Al Franken, the big unfunny jerk.
Exactly. You kill me though. I'm a Redskin fan talking about the Giants.
What are you guys paying $57 million in the off season? Come on.
They should have spent that money on Farad is what they should have done.
Yeah, you bought your team.
Have fun with your bought team.
Oh, come on now.
You can go buy a really. You can buy a real hot hooker in Times Square, but it's come on.
Yeah.
More fun when you're just at a bar and you work for it on your own.
Good point, but come on, that's sick as it is. That's the way sports are. I'm a huge Yankee fan, but come on.
Yeah, it's true. We shouldn't talk about the Yankees. All right, brother.
Don't get me wrong. I'll be there at the series cheering them on, but
there you go.
What the hell? Whoever has the most money wins. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Instant feedback. Tripper in New Jersey has the worst movie. I just thought about this, and I think you're right, Tripper. Caddyshack 2.
Oh, yes!
Now, when you compare it to the original Caddyshack, which was brilliant, funny movie, Caddyshack 2 could be
Mason.
the worst movie of all time.
And we all waited, 10, 12 years for that movie to come out, and that's what they came up with.
After such genius, it's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat, but the man that's worthwhile is the man that can smile when his shorts are too tight in the seat. Okay, Pookie, cruise in the boat.
Good night. Yeah, and Rodney was just classic.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that beats Stewart Saves His Family.
Caddyshack 2.
Caddyshack 2. You think anyone could beat Caddyshack 2 as the worst movie ever?
Not in my mind. That's the worst movie ever.
Very good. Okay, I got some opinions on the MDA telethon that I want to share with everyone.
That was this weekend. We got to get into that.
We'll get into that and other things. Also on the way, we got 2 from the Talking Heads and Pink Floyd next. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York, 2 for Tuesday with the Talking Heads, Road to Nowhere, and Life During Wartime. Also a couple from Pink Floyd in there. You're hanging with Opie and Anthony.
Good afternoon.
And we got a ton of people on hold with the worst movie of all time.
You stirred something up there, Op.
Just a little side thing we started on because we were talking about the Coneheads. I saw it this weekend, and I'm convinced that is the worst movie ever made. Anthony disagrees because of Chris Farley's part that made the movie at least funny a couple times.
Yeah, it at least had a couple of laughs, and I could think of a bunch of movies that just didn't have any laughs.
Yeah, someone came up with Stewart Saves His Family, which was pretty bad.
Heinous.
Someone came up with The Three Amigos. There was a couple laughs.
Couple laughs in there, too.
Not many, but let's see what the people got on the phones here. Hi, NEW.
Worst movie's got to be Cabin Boy.
David Letterman was good in Cabin Boy.
Yeah, it had at least one laugh, I must say.
There are movies out there that are supposed to be comedies that don't have one laugh through the whole thing.
Okay, so we're going to count just the one laugh then.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make it the worst. Caddyshack 2 did not have one single laugh.
I agree with that.
Stewart Saves His Family, not one laugh.
Devoid of laughs. A virtual laugh desert.
Leonard Part 6.
Oh,
come on. That's the type of movies we're looking for.
Meatballs 3.
Meatballs 3. That was
Meatballs
horrible.
3, the one with the space alien that was in it. The E.T. ripoff.
I'll have to really think hard now.
All right.
Listen, your show was kick-ass on Friday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we had fun, huh?
We're not supposed to acknowledge that show even existed.
No? Okay, I won't.
We had shock treatment before the show today to make sure we didn't remember it.
We had a lobotomy like that guy on the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I got that same scar as Chuck's astronaut buddy. I got a huge C scar on the side of my head.
Where they gave us the lobotomy so we forget Friday's show.
Okay, but I remember it.
We have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, there's like little memories that are popping into my brain, but I remember something about large...
It looked like a big pile of cottage cheese.
That's what it sounded like.
I remember, I kind of remember like the moon, like a picture of the moon with a lot of craters on it.
Yeah.
But that's all I remember about Friday's show.
I remember a lot more than that.
Well, write it down. I want to relive it.
Okay, I'll do that.
But the shock treatment got the best of me.
Okay.
Howard the Duck just came in.
Howard
Worst
the
movie of
Duck.
all time.
Awful.
Yes.
No laughs in that one.
Bill from New Jersey. Right on. Have a good day, bro.
Take care, man. Bye.
You bloody bastard! You cut out his brain!
Yeah.
Damn you!
Damn you all to hell!
The lobotomy.
When I saw that scene for the first time in the Planet of the Apes, freaked me out.
Yeah, he spins around and it's like, oh my God, they cut out his brain.
There were a couple freakouts in Planet of the Apes. That when you saw his buddy with the C-section scar.
And the guy in the museum?
The guy in the museum
other astronaut?
with the glazed over eyes, and then when they showed the Statue of Liberty at the end of the film, just puts you over the edge. Like,
pretty good one. You know it was a bad movie too? Smorgasbord.
I don't know.
Jerry Lewis was in it. It was in between the funny Jerry Lewis of the 50s and early 60s and the serious actor Jerry Lewis, who made movies occasionally in the early 90s. But, yeah, that was horrible. He was really bad in that.
What? Speaking of Jerry, did you see the telethon?
Yes, I did.
Do we still need this telethon on TV?
I don't know anybody that watches it anymore.
It used to be a real big deal where he was on for like 10 days in a row, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Now he's on
at
for
least the whole weekend.
Now he's on for maybe 45 minutes total TV time.
He's got a bunch of other people that do it while he got naps in the back.
Yeah.
I think New York this year I tuned in and saw Kevin Meaney.
Oh, God, he's
trying
horrible.
to introduce at 6 in the morning or something. He's trying to get the crowd that's there. First of all, I don't even know what crowd's going to show up to sit in the audience of a telethon at 6 in the morning. Who even shows? I think there's a parking lot out back for the little rascal walkers and the walkers with the handbrakes on them.
Yeah.
But he's introducing Jose Feliciano.
It's Jose Feliciano from Puerto Rico with his big pants.
Like, all right, Kevin, we get it.
He's a big pants guy.
And then the comedy stylings of Louis Anderson.
Louis was on this year again?
Louis. They had Louis over there depressing the crowd again, trying to make it seem like his childhood was worse than the kid in the wheelchair.
Yeah, well, you can't walk or anything, but when I was a child, my drunk father used to hit me with whiskey bottles. That was awful. I dreamed of just being in a wheelchair. That would have been a step up from all the kids at school making fun of me because I'm fat.
If this guy isn't just depressing to watch.
No.
Oh, then they drag out the real king of comedy, Carrot Top.
Carrot Top was on this year. You know, this isn't a popular opinion, but I got to speak my mind.
What's the matter, Opie?
Well, I used to work for MDA for many, many years.
Yes, you did.
And I saw a lot of kids die and stuff, and it wasn't fun whatsoever.
No.
I was a radio DJ in Rochester, and I got to know the organization real well and brought a lot of kids to the studio and stuff and let them hang out and stuff. And really, have a lot of really good friends that are actually, still alive and living with the disease. So what I'm about to say might be painful, but I think...
Let me put on my Kevlar.
I just don't think we're going to find a cure for this disease. How many years have we been at it?
Many years. Jerry's been doing this for quite a while. And they take in 50 mil. And
God bless him. He set another record this year, right?
$51 million.
Okay.
$1 million over our last record.
Now, since I was 5, what improvements have they made in this disease? Seriously, from an outsider's point of view.
I personally have not seen any improvement.
I'll tell you. Better wheelchairs for the kids. That's it. That's all I've seen, really.
All right.
And I know a little bit about the MDA organization. It's one of the worst charities to donate to.
Oh, my God. What are you saying?
They have a huge overhead, and there was a report out a few years ago, and not much of your money actually goes to the cause.
Really?
Yes.
Who's getting it, Jerry?
Well, I don't know who's getting it. You know, they just have costs that, run for running the charity and stuff. I'm just thinking that there are so many other diseases out there. Why can't we have a telethon for maybe a disease that we have a chance of curing in the next 10 years?
All right. Any suggestions?
Well,
you want to take your hand of God and pick a person's disease that might be a little more deserving, Opie?
Anthony, how many years have we been at it? That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. It's not like we've only been trying for a few years. We've been trying for, I think, 30-something years, maybe 40 years at this point.
I think, they ought to update the telethon. That's the only problem I have. I don't think anybody can relate to Jerry anymore. Sitting there in Vegas. Who even knows who Jerry Lewis is that's under, let's say, 35?
Not many people.
No, I don't think many people.
Okay.
It's not entertaining.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Pick a disease,
No, you know what I'm saying, though.
A cancer?
After a while, you got to go, okay, well, maybe, not all the baby little turtles are going to make it to the ocean. Let's just try to save these turtles over here because they're a little closer to the ocean. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying,
some baby turtles get picked up by the seagulls.
Yes, thank you. It's just nature, and it's unfortunate. And to, talk like this, my mom's going to slap me later on tonight, but I just...
and well, she should.
I just don't understand why we keep pumping money year after year into this cause and not others. That's all.
All right.
All right?
All right. Maybe it offers people a glimmer of hope. Maybe it's no more than $51.5 million of hope.
I understand
for the poor kids, Opie. I'm sorry you can run real fast and swim, and you can walk to the bathroom without giving it a second thought, Opie. Sorry.
Rick is telling me there's somebody from MDA on the line. You want to talk to them?
No.
All right, we'll talk to them a little while. Stay there. 102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York, Tupa Tuesday with Aerosmith. Those guys coming to town in October for a few dates, and I do believe we'll have tickets for the shows to give away here on the program.
Yeah,
just like we did with Pearl Jam.
Sure.
I'm a little preoccupied because we got 7 people on hold that work for MDA, and they want to give me hell. Now, I just got to explain myself. Sometimes... when you express your opinions, it's a scary thing because obviously not everyone's going to agree with you, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I must say that I volunteered with the MDA organization for many years, about 3 or 4 years. Okay, saw a lot of kids that were cute as hell die from the disease. It was horrible, tragic. Went to a few funerals. Had the kids come down to the radio station and check out what a radio station's all about. Did everything I could. Matter of fact, I was the local cutting guy. When Jerry Lewis goes locally.
Yeah.
I was one of the guys in Rochester when I was working in radio there where I'd beg for money on TV and would do goofy things and stuff. But after doing it for a few years, I got kind of bitter to the whole thing.
You're a little turned off to it because?
A lot of reasons. Jerry's a tyrant. He doesn't really appreciate his workers. He works them like slaves. There was a report out that... your money, when you do give to the MDA organization, a lot of that money doesn't go to the actual cause.
Not overhead.
They have a huge overhead to run the charity.
Now, in fairness, Opie, how long ago did you work for them?
Honestly, it's been about 6 or 7 years.
Well, so maybe things changed.
We'll put that on the table. Maybe things have changed, but this is my reflections of what I remember when I was working with the organization, okay?
Sorry it was so tough for you.
No,
life's a bitch, isn't it, Opie?
Well,
wow.
The point I was was trying to make a little while ago, and people are just jumping down my throat here. After 25, 30 years that, Jerry Lewis has been after it, it's like, well, maybe we should just move on to other diseases. Maybe, the odds of getting this one cured...
Cut your losses.
Cut your losses.
Move on to something else.
In life,
a more worthy disease from Opie, I guess.
No, in life, we all cut our losses from time to time. Maybe it's time to move on to some other diseases that have a chance of being cured in the next 5 or 6 years. AIDS, diabetes.
Natural selection kind of thing. Sometimes,
no, I'm not saying
sometimes it just happens, and some diseases may never get cured.
That's what I'm
move on
saying.
to someone else's.
That's a possibility.
All right, Ope, spin the disease wheel now, and we'll throw a dart at it and see which one is worthy of your cash.
The only thing I've noticed in the last 7 years is that the wheelchairs are getting better at this point. And maybe they've cured a couple of the fringe diseases that make up the whole umbrella of the MDA diseases.
Right.
Okay? That's all I'm saying.
All right.
But a guy from MDA wants to talk to us. I think his name is Kevin on line 3. 102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York, 2 for Tuesday with REM. The new CD coming out soon. And
really?
Expectations on the thing is a little low because the guys won't be touring and their last CD didn't sell that much. That's what they're speculating.
Well, why aren't they touring? No info on that?
They don't really feel like it.
That's great.
They don't want to tour without Bill.
All right.
Simple as that. And Hootie and the Blowfish, their album's getting mixed reviews, and the speculation on that is very low as well.
Oof.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was never a big Hootie fan.
A lot of exciting albums coming out, though. Hole's album got a great review in the paper today. We'll be playing some Hole here on NEW.
Hole.
And Beck has a new album coming out, and Sheryl Crow's album is getting some buzz about it.
Jen calls Beck Rat Boy.
Why?
You ever look at him?
Yeah.
Just kind of looks like a rat boy, doesn't he?
I like Beck, though. Beck is happening.
Oh, yeah.
Odelay was one of the best albums to come out in the 90s.
You think?
Oh, easily. Easily. That one, Nirvana, Nevermind, was up there as one of the best albums. Alice in Chains has got to be in there somewhere. So... it's an exciting time for music. This is the time of year where all the big, huge albums come out.
All right.
So
eagerly awaiting.
Thank you. I guess we got a guy on the line that sounds a lot like Al Sharpton.
Really?
He's got his comments about the Million Youth March that happened in Harlem this past Saturday.
Is this an exclusive for us?
If it's actually Al, it sure as hell would be an exclusive for the Opie and Anthony show, yeah.
Let's talk to him next, huh?
We'll talk to him next. 102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York. We'll send that one out to Khalid Muhammad. Oh, just kidding. 2 for Tuesday with Led Zeppelin, Gallows Pole, and Black Dog. But everyone is talking about the Million Youth March that happened Saturday in Harlem.
Looked like a party going on up there.
Sure did.
Wow.
A lot of people are calling and asking for our take on the whole thing, Anthony. What's your take?
I think that Khalid Muhammad's he's a party animal. He's a fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
I thought he had spirit. He was getting the crowd going, and he had a few laughs. He had a few one-liners and zingers. Quite frankly, I enjoyed the joke about grab the cops' guns, and use them against the cops.
Yeah, that was great.
I thought that was hysterical.
Yes,
because obviously he couldn't have been serious about it, so it had to be a joke, right?
He's now being called the Black Hitler.
There would be no madman on the face of the earth that would actually say you should take the cops' guns and shoot cops with them.
Yeah, that's great.
What a kook! What a kook!
Have they arrested him yet? Because I hear they're
looking for him.
They're bringing him up and a bunch of his other followers up on charges now. So
his cronies.
His cronies, yes.
I don't know. Look for the guys with the little bow ties.
Well, now there was a little disturbance at the end of the march. And Khalid Muhammad's people are saying that the cops provoked it. And the cops are saying that Khalid Muhammad's people just wouldn't cooperate.
You know something? They were supposed to be done by 4 o'clock. A lot of times things go overtime, and the cops are very good with it. That's fine. But when you got a guy up there saying, calling for Jews' scalps, and that the cops should be shot with their own guns and rise up and kill, what do you think? The cops are going to sit and go, give them 10 more minutes. No, give them 10 more minutes. Yeah. That's fine. No, what did he expect?
It's not like the Macy's Day Parade is running a little late.
Oh, look, Bullwinkle hasn't rounded the corner yet. The giant Bullwinkle. Yeah. Hey, you let it run 15 minutes. No, the cops aren't going to rush Bullwinkle. and, rush him off the street, they're going to let Bullwinkle go.
Sure.
Because Bullwinkle's fun.
Yes.
Khalid's not fun.
But it seems like everyone's got their facts a little construed.
A little crazy, a little mixed up.
And I guess on the line, we can't really confirm that it's actually Al Sharpton.
We have Al. On the line? Do we?
That's what I'm hearing, and he's going to...
All right, he can clear it up.
He's going to throw his 2 cents into this whole thing, so... Al, are you there?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
All right, Al, speak your mind. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Khalid Muhammad was upset because the police did not have to move in on us. The police should have been at the mayor's house.
Why the mayor's house?
Because at the very time we was having the march, the mayor was sexually assaulting Tawana Brawley.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely. The mayor and the police commissioner were sexually assaulting Tawana Brawley.
That is so wrong, and you know it.
Absolutely, but the police felt it was more important to stop Khalid Muhammad from speaking about Beanie Babies. That's all he was talking about. Beanie Babies. But while the mayor and the police commissioner and Alphonse D'Amato are sexually assaulting Tawana Brawley, they felt they had to break up our little Beanie Baby quilting bee. Because we was also quilted.
You were quilting out there.
A quilting bee, Beanie Baby conversation while Governor Pataki and Pat Moynihan are selling crack to second graders.
Come on.
We was having a quilting bee, discussing Beanie Babies, and the police stormed the stage. Khalid Muhammad even said, "Excuse me, sirs, may we have 5 more minutes while I make this last stitch?" And the police went crazy beating everybody. Beat me right over the head. If it weren't for my hair processing, I'd be injured right now. But I have bulletproof hair.
You sure do, Al.
So until this is investigated, I will keep fighting. Because Tawana Brawley was sexually assaulted by the mayor, police chief, the Easter Bunny, and the Loch Ness Monster. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
All right, Al, get out of here.
I think they're dishonest.
Good. Love it. I know nothing about it. Good.
1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York on 2 for Tuesday with Bruce Springsteen. His box set comes out November 17th. And speaking of music coming out, I'm starting to hear commercials for another John Lennon CD. At this point, do we need another John Lennon CD? Do we need all his songs rehashed on another compilation?
I think if you're into John Lennon,
you pretty much got every song,
have them all, or have access to them all.
It's like, let's just leave the Beatles alone. Just leave them alone. Everyone's got their Beatles CDs. They got the compilations. They got the greatest hits. They got them digitally remastered. They got it.
Somebody trying to make a few more bucks. So
coming soon, a commercial like this. All the Beatles songs that start with the letter B in one compilation. They're just looking for new ways to package this stuff at this point.
Keep the letter B CD and order letter C,
right?
Which will follow all the way up to Z.
I don't know. I think John is turning over in his grave.
You think?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Well, he's just laying there?
That old joke.
Yes.
Decomposing.
Okay. Getting a few requests for the pipe song. Also, this is kind of encouraging, too. A lot of faithful listeners are faxing in the little blurb we had in the Daily News today.
Oh, really?
They're very ticked off. Yeah, a guy has decided that we shouldn't be on the air anymore. A guy named James Simmons. He has decided for everyone else out there that we just don't belong and that we should be dumped.
I didn't even see that.
Opie and Dopey in the afternoons.
Hey, who's Dopey? Is that me?
Boy, that hurts. Ouch. That'll leave
I've
a
never
bruise.
heard that. Wow, that's really good, because in all the years that we've been working together, I've never heard Opie and Dopey.
That's someone trying to be
so
clever.
Original.
Yeah, come up with something else. Opie and Dopey. I'll give you a million names that they called us elsewhere.
I like the people, though, that write letters like that, and, they figure...
When will NEW get smart and do the same with its Opie and Dopey in the afternoon? These two morons are an embarrassment to a once great radio station. Well, there's a bunch of people out there, actually, now that don't think that anymore. Thank you very much. So,
well, at least we got it right. Once great.
Call us the Toxic Twins or something. I mean, Opie and Dopey is just it's dumb.
I like, though, that people that write letters and speak for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I like that. For one, me personally speaking, I don't like having the freedom of having my own opinion or thoughts and, what I want to hear and see. I like the idea of having somebody that maybe writes letters or to politicians or whatever and voices my opinion for me.
Yes.
It's that much easier. I could sit home and do nothing and have people tell me what I should and shouldn't listen to or watch.
Yeah.
It's a lot handier that way. It gives me more time to drink. Jesus.
Well, James has decided for everyone out there that we don't belong here.
Well,
he has decided for everyone. No one has to think about it and decide for themselves anymore because James has decided.
Well, it's a good thing James isn't just the king of everything.
Boy, James, you hurt my ego. Ow,
yeah.
Ow, that hurt. That's bad.
Yeah.
All right. People want to hear the pipe song again.
The pipe.
Besides, if we left the radio, who else would give you songs about the pipe?
The pipe. You know the pipe. When you got to go for a colon exam.
Yeah.
They give you the pipe. We talk about it often because
we're scared of it.
We're scared of it as men.
Mm-hmm.
You know that once you reach a certain age, the age varies too. A lot of people saying it's 50.
Now we're starting to hear it might be 50,
which is good. I hope
years.
I hope by the time I reach 50, it's 100. Maybe that'll happen.
Yeah.
But it's a scary prospect for guys. The pipe
and ladies. I found out that a lot of ladies get this done too. I did not realize.
Yeah.
that,
Well,
so.
I read in USA Today that a survey was taken, and the ladies, I don't know what this means, so I don't even read into it.
Okay.
They don't mind as much as the guys do. The guys find it a lot more intrusive on their person than the girls do.
Interesting.
I think it's because girls, but this is my own opinion, might be used to it to a point of being...
What does that mean?
Just from such a young age going to gynecologist.
Oh, they're just used to
They're kind of used to being probed, by a doctor.
The only thing guys are used to is, having a doctor touch his...
Grab and cough.
That's all we really know. The ladies get a lot more done to them as they're growing up.
That was scary as a kid, man.
Yes.
It made you do that like 6th grade and 5th grade. You stand on line. All right, cough. What the hell is that for?
Yeah. And why do I have to turn my head? What are you doing down there?
Yeah, I want to watch.
Yeah, exactly. But I bet you if we went to the phones and talked to the ladies, I bet you they would find it pretty intrusive, too, to get the pipe.
I'm not saying it's not intrusive. I'm saying it's more intrusive to a guy, who considers that region the definite one way.
Right. All right. So your brother was very busy this weekend, decided that we're so obsessed with the pipe, he decided to make a little song for us.
Little tune. It tells you about it. It's happy. Maybe if you're on your way to the pipe and you hear this, it'll cheer you up a bit.
It's the pipe song.
Yeah.
102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York, 2 for Tuesday with Soul Asylum, Black Gold, and Runaway Train. It's Opie and Anthony just about out the door. Matt Devote's up next. He's got tickets to see Creed and Fuel once again tonight, right, Matt?
Yes.
All
right, very good. That'll start at 7 o'clock. I got to go home. Matt, I listen to you every night, but I got to be honest, I got to see Mark McGwire hit his home run tonight.
I'm a baseball nut, man.
I'm not going to fake it and make believe.
I can only request that people just turn the volume down, leave the radio on, but watch.
Well, will you be interrupting your programming when he's up at bat, like every other station?
I think when you hear 3 seconds of silence between records, it's like when you get distracted.
Maybe and I suggest this: people are going to be home, they're going to be watching the game. Okay, like you said, turn down the sound, and Matt Devote will give you the home run call as it happens. In between the
famous
tunes.
call.
All right.
You know what the guy should do? That's announcing it, because it's famous. You've heard Phil Rizzuto now a few times over announcing, "Holy cow!"
Yeah.
The guy should just go mother. That'd shake things up a bit, huh?
Yeah, that's what McGwire should do. Should walk up to the plate, miss the first one intentionally, and then act like he hurt his back. And then he just gets up. There's a goof.
All I have to say is, thank God this home run is going to be taking place in St. Louis, most likely.
How do you know?
Well,
look at you, just jinxed Mark McGwire.
How much you want to bet?
You want to make a bet?
Yeah.
I need odds, because odds are he will hit one. He's been pretty good. I'll bet you. What do you want to bet? Oh yeah, I'm the put. You're taking a puss. I bet.
You said
you're taking the
go 20. Go 20 hits the home run tonight. I say he hits it tonight. Boom.
You say he hits it tonight.
That's
$20.
$20 on the line. Goof.
All right, $20.
You made $20 on the stock market today. You can handle it.
Go for it.
Did our stock go up?
Yeah, it did.
How much?
Went up 1 3/4 today. Yeah.
And we
Market
did make
was very good today.
We made about $20 then.
For some reason, the ills of the world of last week all got better.
Yeah.
This week, because now the market's up.
Yeah. You got Alan Greenspan to thank.
Yeah.
Because he decided to make some suggestions today.
He didn't even do anything.
He just suggests things, and that's good enough.
The best thing is, man, like Alan Greenspan, he moves his eyebrow, and they all run.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I think he's going to drop the wreath.
Yeah.
Did you see the right eyebrow?
Yeah.
That tie is the one Bill wore. That's the Monica signal tie.
Yeah. But anyways, real fast with Mark McGwire. He's going to hit the home run tonight, and I'm just saying thank God it's in St. Louis, because those are some real polite fans there, giving the ball back and stuff.
Yeah.
If he hit that home run in New York at Yankee Stadium, first of all, 10 or 20 people would be killed. Right?
Killed. The bleacher seats, forget it.
And no one is giving the ball back if it was hit in New York. Simple as that.
Absolutely.
You know, we all want that money. It's a lottery ticket to us.
Is that still worth $1 million?
That's what they're saying.
If that had a $10 price tag on it and it was hit at Yankee Stadium in a bleacher seat, there'd be 2 deaths.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I would do? I would sell that ball immediately, because if for some reason Sosa breaks the record and goes higher, that ball ain't really going to be worth much.
True. In the end, it's whoever hits more homers.
Right.
In the next. This isn't going to go away. If he sets the record tonight, it just gets more interesting because we have 3 more weeks of this left.
Yeah.
It's whoever ends up with the most homers, obviously. But
all right, $20.
All right, $20. McGuire hits it tonight.
You're on, moron.
Want to take one last call before we step out of here?
Yeah.
NEW.
A while ago, you guys played that Charles Corral thing with him Sunday morning.
Oh, yes.
Can you play that?
Yeah, we haven't played that in a while.
That's the funniest thing I ever heard.
All right, let's check that out.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, our topics were a little heavy today between the Million Youth March and Jerry's Freak Show and stuff. We should end on a light note, I do believe.
An airy note, yes.
An airy note, yes. This is our pal Brian Unger from Comedy Central, and it's a little takeoff on Charles Corral, where he used to end his Sunday program with the sounds of nature.
Right.
Okay, that's all you need to know, right?